Hi everybody. Today we are going to see about projection of solids. Normally solids means what comes to our mind is like cylinder, prism, pyramid. So when these solids are placed in the first quadrant and projected onto this vertical plane and horizontal plane, how we are going to achieve this? Let us go into the detail. Okay friends, let us start the discussion. In solids, we take the example of a simple solid called cylinder. A cylinder is drawn here representing its dimension geographically as diameter 60 mm and axis height 120 mm. This cylinder will be framed as a question in your engineering graphics or technical graphics like this below. Draw the projections of a cylinder of base diameter 60 mm and axis height 120 mm when it is resting on horizontal plane at a suitable distance in front of vertical plane. All of you see the dimensions that is given in the question. Base diameter 60 mm, axis height 120 mm. A little bigger size cylinder only. And the last sentence of the question, all of you go through, very important. We are asked to assume our own in front of VP distance. That is at a distance, suitable distance in front of vertical plane. So anywhere below XY, we can write the top view and go for planning the front view accordingly. Now we will see the answer. Again, before going to discussion on answer, we see what solid we have taken once again. In the case of solids, in order to project them onto the vertical plane and horizontal plane, we are taking the case of a cylinder of base diameter 60 mm and axis height 120 mm. Now we will see the discussion on how to project this cylinder onto the horizontal plane and vertical plane. Okay friends, here we have come to the answer part. All of you can see the XY line that representing the intersection of VP and HP as we always do. The top view is a circle and the front view is a rectangle. Now all of you go to your imagination of the cylinder question just now we have discussed. The top view of a cylinder, we can easily imagine it to be a circle. That too, when it is simply resting on the horizontal plane, it is going to be a perfect circle like what we have drawn here below the XY line as top view. What is the base diameter that is mentioned in the question? 60 mm. So, here we are going to mark the diameter as 60 mm. A symbol for diameter is pi. So, in symbol form only, the dimension line we have to mark 60. That mm we should not write here. Below the drawing, all dimensions are in mm we can mention separately. Commonly below all the drawings. Many people write this mm using capital letters. That is wrong. Small letter mm is the standard unit for millimeters. So now we have represented in dimension line just the number 60 and commonly mm is represented below the page. So this is the circle, that is the base circle and the top circle of the cylinder that we are able to see when we see from the top onto the horizontal plane. So the horizontal plane projection is called top view plan. Now we are planning the front view accordingly. So when you see a cylinder from its front, when the cylinder is resting on the floor or horizontal plane, you can easily tell that it is going to be a rectangle like this. And the dimension, that is the axis height, is given as 120 mm. So simply the numbers we are writing as 120 here, because commonly here the bottom of the page we have represented all dimensions are in mm separately. Now we continue the front view. In the case of front view, as this is being a very simple solid cylinder, we are getting the rectangle in the front view, but simply we cannot leave the rectangle as it is. We have to represent a very important part in this so that it represents a solid. Otherwise it is a plane figure. This rectangle will be a plane figure if we don't represent this part. What is that part? Yes, that part is going to be this axis line. So in graphics, this is the methodology of drawing an axis line. Alternate long line and short line like this. And with this, our answer is completed. In the case of solids like prisms or pyramids, we will be having the base dimension representing polygons, maybe a simple square prism or square pyramid, rectangular prism or rectangular pyramid, or otherwise hexagonal, octagonal. So like that, many polygons will be coming as the base. So instead of circle as the top view, we may have to represent these polygons in the top view in those cases of solids like prisms or pyramids. Thank you. Hi friends, hope all of you now understand clearly how to project a cylinder onto horizontal plane and vertical plane. The same idea is applicable easily to other kind of prisms and pyramids. Thank you very much.